What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Second Passport. Today, we're going to cover what exactly does the oral examination entail when you try to get your Ecuador second passport. A lot of people, gringos, are so worried about this examination, they don't even try to apply and get the Ecuador second passport. But really, what I'm going to tell you today is that I went through it just now, and it's super, super easy. If you can have a basic conversation in Spanish with, say, a taxi driver and get where you need to go, then you can probably get through this interview, right? It's they do want to test. They are asking you a couple basic questions, and they do want to test your Spanish level that you've at least tried to learn the local language in your 3+, 4+ years in Ecuador. But that's it. Like, it's super basic. It's not something to worry about. They might ask you 3, 4, 5 questions, and then you're done, and they'll even help you out. And they know you're not native speaker. They know you're a foreigner. You're usually of an advanced age. They'll take it easy on you and they'll help you out, right? They'll even correct you a little bit with a word here or there to kind of get through the conversation. It's super easy. You just have to try. Like, they'll ask you a couple. They ask me. They'll ask you a couple questions, like real basic stuff, like the taxi driver would. Where you from? De donde eres? Right? Super easy. Uh, why did you move to Ecuador? Pretty basic question that pretty much everyone asks. ¿Por qué te mudaste a Ecuador? Something like that, right? They might use a different verb. You know, you can say the same thing 6 different ways in a language. I learned while living in California, actually, for a summer once. And it's true. So, I mean, they could use a different verb in there. That's basically the gist of what they're going to ask you. And how long have you been in Ecuador, right? ¿Cuánto tiempo lleva en Ecuador is the most common way to say that. And of course, the fourth pillar kind of question they're probably going to ask you, maybe not in this order, but kind of these 4 questions, 4 or 5, maybe an extra one here or there, but that's it. Why do you want the Ecuador passport or second citizenship, dual citizenship? ¿Por qué quieres la doble ciudadanía ecuatoriana? Really just try to speak the language with the locals the best you can to get to a base level, and you will breeze through this thing super easy. And usually, how it goes, you usually apply, and then a few months later, they'll call you in for this little oral examination. Although it's not really an examination. Like I said, they're just kind of asking you a few questions, like the ones I just showed you. And then that's it. And they stamp you in, and your application continues along the process. And later on, usually about a year later, they'll call you in for that's what happened to me anyway, for the written exam. And then a little bit after that, they'll call you in to come pay and get your passport. So and then you have it for life. So it's a pretty neat thing that I recommend to everyone. I've covered in other videos on this channel that I'll link to in the description below about the benefits of getting an Ecuador second passport, a South American second passport, and what the process is of getting the citizenship, and some common drawbacks or pitfalls you might run into, and the costs. All these things I've already covered on this channel that I'll put below. And I also have a guide for the written exam that I do actually sell, that I'll put a link to as well in the description of this video, to help kind of prepare you for the 20 or so multiple choice questions that you need in Spanish, that you need to pass as well, kind of based on Ecuador geography and history, kind of like what you'd see on like a 6th or 7th or 8th grade test, in the States. So, but it is in Spanish, so it is a little more complicated. But multiple choice, man, I made it through. I breezed through school by practically not studying at all, because word association, what word goes with that word. So even if you aren't fluent in Spanish, I think you'd probably breeze through it. There is a final like essay question that I also cover in the guide, and you have to know a few basics like the Ecuador hymn, and which was a little complicated for me. I actually failed that the first time, but they do give you a retest opportunity, and also the flag. But anyway, it's all in my other videos, and the study guide as well. So anyway, hope this helped. The oral exam to test your Spanish level is really no big deal, and shouldn't be something that should prevent you from applying if the Ecuador citizenship is something you want. I'm Mr. Second Passport. Take care.